Hey, it's Serena from Malta Bene. If you're watching this in January feeling like you've already lost momentum, you're not alone. Most of the leaders that I work with start the year with good intentions, but so quickly we're back in the same patterns, wondering how this year is going to feel any different from the last. Now, here's what I'm not going to do. I'm not going to tell you to set big, hairy, audacious goals or completely reinvent yourself. Because honestly, that just adds to the burden. Instead, I'm going to offer you 10 micro challenges, simple pivots, small things you can notice, and shifts that might actually make 2026 feel lighter and more effective. Think of this as some self-coaching. There's no massive overhaul required, just honest reflection and tiny decisive actions. Ready? Let's go. First up, that performance or attitude issue you've been tiptoeing around. You know the one. The team member who's checked out, the colleague whose behaviour is grating on everyone, the person whose work quality has slipped. You've been telling yourself that you'll deal with it when things calm down. Spoiler alert, things won't calm down. The challenge: schedule the conversation this week. Even if you can't have it immediately, just getting it in the diary means you're no longer carrying it as mental clutter. And here's the thing about starting fresh. Sometimes it means having the hard conversations that clear the air. Your team will respect you for it, and that person, they probably know something's not quite right too. Next, open your inbox and unsubscribe from 10 email subscriptions that annoy you every single time they land. The newsletters you signed up for 3 years ago, the retail promotions, the webinar invitations from that conference you went to once. Every single one of those emails is a tiny energy drain, a micro interruption. It's a little voice saying, you should read this, when you absolutely should not. 10 unsubscribes, 5 minutes, immediate relief every single day going forward. Now here's a big one. Put aside some time every single week for forward thinking, not just reacting. Maybe it's 15 minutes, 15 hours. You decide based on your reality and role. But here's what's not negotiable. It goes in the calendar as a recurring appointment with yourself. Non-negotiable. This is the time where you think about where you're headed, not just what's on fire today. Strategy, not tactics. Building, not fixing. Because if you're only ever reactive, you're not leading anyone. You're just really busy. Now, look around your workspace right now. What's not working anymore? Maybe it's that chair that hurts your back, the lighting that gives you a headache every afternoon at 3, the lack of a second screen, the fact that you're in that corner where everyone interrupts you all the time. Figure out one thing about your environment that doesn't suit you anymore and do something about it. This isn't about creating an Instagram-worthy office. It's about removing friction. If your environment is fighting you every day, you're wasting energy that could go towards actual leadership. If your team structure isn't working, don't wait for permission or perfect conditions to fix it. Just figure out what the first step would be toward making it a better, more effective, more cohesive group. Maybe it's having a conversation with HR. Maybe it's redistribution of responsibilities. Maybe it's acknowledging that 2 people need to swap roles. You don't need to solve the whole puzzle today. Just figure out the first move and make it. Here's a fun one. Imagine you won the lottery tomorrow and the smartest, most productive person you know had to take over your job. What's the first thing they would do to make the role better and the work more effective? Be honest. Would they delete half your meetings? Delegate that thing you're clinging to? Stop apologising for their decisions? Set clearer boundaries? Whatever comes to mind, that's a clue about what you should actually be doing. Speaking of meetings, which recurring meeting could you shorten, delete, flick, delegate without the sky falling? There's got to be at least one. You and I both know it. Maybe it's that weekly catch-up that could be a Slack message. Maybe it's the status update that you don't need to go to. Maybe it's the meeting you're chairing that someone else could absolutely run. Kill one meeting, reclaim that time, and watch. Nothing bad will happen. Where do things stall in your team because they're waiting for you? Maybe it's approvals, decisions, your opinion on things that don't really need your opinion. Here's the challenge. Hunt down one permission that you could grant to someone else permanently, something you could hand over. One place where you're the bottleneck that could flow without you. Your job doesn't have to have you involved in everything. It's to build a team that can run effectively even when you're not there. This one's subtle but important. Update your out of office boundaries, not for holidays, for regular work days. What do you need to protect that you're currently letting leak? Maybe it's no meetings before 9 a.m, no emails after 6 p.m. Fridays is strategic work, maybe, not operational firefighting. Whatever it is, decide it, communicate it, and stick to it. Because if you don't protect your energy and focus, no one else is going to do it for you. Last one. What task, person, or process depletes you often? Not just annoys you, but actually sucks energy. What makes you feel heavy just thinking about it? What's one experiment you could try to reduce its impact by just 20%? You don't have to eliminate it entirely. That might not be possible. Just make it less exhausting. Delegate part of it, automate it, do it less often. Change how you approach it. Small reduction, significant relief. And here's a bonus 11th micro challenge for those of you juggling work and life and feeling like you're not pulling off either particularly well. Maybe it's time to consider getting a coach, not because you're failing, but because you're carrying a lot. And sometimes the smartest thing a leader can do is to get someone in their corner who's got their back. At Malta Bene, we work with leaders all the time who want to make their roles easier and more enjoyable, not add more complexity. If that sounds like what you need, reach out, let's talk. So there you have it, 10 micro challenges, maybe 11. None of them are overwhelming. None of them require a massive transformation, but they could make the rest of 2026 feel genuinely different, starting right now. If you want to keep these challenges handy, reach out and we will give you a downloadable checklist that you can keep on your desktop and tick off as you go, or use it as your little self-coaching tool for the year ahead. Thanks for watching. Now go clear some decks.